Hello again. It's great to be back. I'm sure some things look slightly different. I'm sure things sound massively different, but I am back. Let me assure you, I am back. Um, so a lot of things have been happening. If you haven't been keeping up with my Twitter, Instagram, that type of stuff, and keeping up with me on my Discord, which all of those links will be in the description down below. Um, I've been homeless for about 6 or 7 months now. It's been a while. it's uh, it's definitely been a thing, but I'm in a new place now. I got a whole rig set up. By the way, you may hear the furnace start up next to me. It wasn't until just now that I realized how terrible of an idea it was to set up next to the furnace for my recording setup. I could see things being rearranged soon. But anyway, yeah, so I've been homeless for a bit. Living out of the vehicle, it's been tough. I was bouncing back and forth between living with my girlfriend Katie in her car, and then my fiance Clorox in her at her parents' house with her. So that's how you know you've really reached the top, when you're living at your fiance's parents' house in their basement, when you're not living in a car at 37 years old. That's when you've just reached the tippy top of the peak, baby. Sheesh. But no, I've that's where I've been. It feels good to finally be back. I've missed being here. I missed make content for you guys. It may sound silly, but one of the worst things for me was knowing that I couldn't make content, knowing that no matter how badly I wanted to reach out to everybody, talk to them, and make you guys smile, I couldn't. Whether it's me playing a terrible game and everybody laughing at how bad it is, whether it's me playing Isaac and everybody's laughing at me because how terrible I am, there's always something terrible. It's usually me, but that's besides the point. But yeah, it was tough. This isn't my first bout with homelessness. This is my fourth, I believe. I want to say fourth. Stupid childhood. One day I'll go into it. One day I'll actually do a story time with Stacy here on YouTube. And I've talked a lot about it on my stream, which, once again, if you don't know what that is, that's twitch.tv/Stacy Krugger. But I'll go through a proper story time one day here. But it's been interesting. I left the apartment I was at because the roommates I had did not want to renew. The apartment we were supposed to move into ended up getting delayed by about 4 months. And then when we finally got into the apartment and we're like, okay, here's the money. She went, whoa, back it up there, sunshine. We're like, what's the matter? Whoa. We need to know about your references. Like, you told us now 8 months ago this apartment was guaranteed. Well, yeah, but we still want to know your references. Okay, so we gave them all the references. We gave them all the information. Had the money up front. First month, last month, and down payment. She also wanted to walk through our apartment monthly. She wanted to do surprise inspections. She wanted rent in cash, which all that meant was so she could dodge taxes and say that we paid less than we did. Let's not be stupid here. So everything we're like going, this isn't what we want, but we'll do it so we can have a roof over our head. And then she went, we don't want you after all. So as of right now, we are still currently paying back a couple $1,000 loan that we took out to get that apartment, and the bank won't let us give the check back, so we're literally paying money back for money that was never taken out. Thanks, bank. Yeah, so it's been interesting. As soon as winter hit, we finally did. Me and my fiance Clorox finally found a place with our daughter Aerith, and both my boys Victor and Miles are gonna be moving back in here as soon as we can afford bunk beds, which money. But it's been a long road. My girlfriend Katie's in a house. She's living with my buddy Bryce, which is great. She's renting out his spare room. It's honestly fantastic. It's been rough, and that's saying it nicely. It's been friggin' rough. I'm just glad that we made it through it alive. Thank you, phone. I didn't realize I forgot to mute my phone. 1 second, folks. I apologize about that. But yeah, it's been rough, and that's saying it nicely, But we're gonna come out on top of it like we always do. I'm freaking sparkling clean compared to what I was. I'm not just talking cleanliness. I'm talking like, we're no longer sleeping in the back of a car. Clorox is no longer living at her parents' house with our child. It was interesting because basically what happened was we're going to go through the whole rundown of the story of Stacy here with what the hell happened. So we moved out of and there goes the furnace. Once again, I apologize about the furnace. I'm probably going to move this rig unless it doesn't sound super bad on the microphone. Then you're like, what are you complaining about, Stacy? Nothing. But no. So we moved out of my first long-term apartment, which I was there for. Oh, hell. I was there for 15 years, I want to say. Moved out of there because they were real sketch. Moved in with my cousin. Things went belly up real quick there after my daughter was born. He kicked us out. We had nowhere to go because we were going to buy a trailer. Everything fell through on that. Had to move in with the Clorox's parents. I was actually living there for a while there. Moved out of there. We moved into an apartment in the downtown of our city here, Duluth. And things were going okay there. We knew it wasn't going to be permanent, but we were trying our best to make it permanent. Reasonable rent, terrible neighborhood, god-awful neighborhood. Heating prices was through the roof, but it was a roof over our head, That fell through. She had to move back in with her parents. I moved in with my buddy, Florida. Stayed there for a while. Next door neighbors got angry that I was broadcasting at 9 a.m. instead of waiting until 11 a.m. because they were too lazy to wake up. It's not my problem. I started during reasonable hours. Unfortunately, friend wouldn't stand up to me. He just bent over and took it from the neighbors, so I moved out immediately. Moved into a college apartment. From that college apartment, that's where the last of my videos came out at. That was, despite the fact that the roommate that was directly next door to me was an absolute piece of shit, racist piece of garbage, it wasn't bad. It was not bad. I'll get into stories about that guy soon enough. Don't worry. Now, I'm not sure about this video, but one day I will. But beyond that, it wasn't a bad setup. I could be loud because it's a freaking college door. It's a college apartment. It's a fraternity house, which I know. Like Stacy, how'd you get into a fraternity house? One of the fraternity brothers, or what do they call themselves, put out an ad to say, quickly fill this space. I'm like, I'll take that. I didn't even get a chance to look at the apartment before I moved in. That's how fun it was. But it was good enough. I was able to be loud. I was able to broadcast. I was able to do what I needed to do. Then, originally, roommates, from what they told me, they were toying around with the idea of renewing the lease, but they decided not to. And then we get to the point where the landlord lady chick thing for the apartment that was delayed by 4 months told us to go bugger off. So now we got to the point where we were living out of the car. It was only supposed to be for like a couple weeks max, but it turned into the entire summer, the entire fall, and into winter. And I've been in this new place for about a month or so now, which I'm sure you're going, hey, Stace, why don't you create content? Well, there's a story behind that one, too. But I'll get to that in 1 second here. So we've been here for about a month or so now, and it's, we kind of got ourselves cemented where we need to be. Katie got herself into the Bryce's apartment about 1 month ago. So we've been in here for about a month and a half. Katie's been in her place for about a month, roughly. But either way, it's good. We're safe. We're out of the cold, all that stuff. So it's great. The reason why I haven't started broadcasting at all yet, and why it took me this long to start recording, all of my audio equipment went belly up. All of it. My microphone's barely hanging on right now. I don't know if you could tell or not. My preamp went belly up, so we had to get a new one of those. Soundboard was completely dead. It was holding on technically, but that's like saying the corpse is alive because you can make the legs twitch with electricity. It wasn't there. So, two very, very, very good friends of mine, Jen and Holly. You'll know them from my channel as Magnus and Queen. They came in huge. They bought me a new soundboard. My buddy Raven and Mel, which you also know them from my channel, my Twitch channel, they bought me a new preamp. They bought me a new monitor. So it's starting to come together. My headphone amp is borderline dead. It's dying, but I can limp it along for now. My compressor, which is another reason why I sound like garbage, is dead. I'm trying to find ways to save that one, but I think that's gonna be involving me opening it up and messing with the wiring, which I'm just not good at. Okay, it's not like I don't know how to solder, but I just don't know very well how to handle a compressor that I've never messed with before. So it's been a thing, but I'm glad I was able to create content again. Because I'm not going to lie, during the whole homelessness time here, it truly felt like it was never going to end. It truly felt like no matter what I did, I was never going to come out of this, which is dumb. I know this. Okay. I understand how dumb that sounds, but it's true. I felt like I was never, ever, ever gonna have a place to live again. I mean, it was a thing, you know. It was definitely a thing. I ended up having to go eat at the soup kitchen and food shelves a lot. Homeless kitchen, stuff like that. We ended up having to do a lot of things to make do, and that's just how it goes sometimes, you know. It wasn't the funnest thing, but it could have been way worse. I could have never found a place to live, and I could never came back to broadcasting and recording for you guys. I guess the main reason I wanted to make this video is, one, to tell you where I've been, and two, to thank you. Thank you for sticking around. Thank you for not giving up on me. I know my YouTube content's never been stellar. I've never claimed to be a god tier broadcaster. I've just claimed that I love doing what I do. Just thank you for sticking around. Thank you for not abandoning me. I promise great content's coming straight ahead. I have an awesome new series coming ahead, tentatively called A Noob's Journey to Tarkov. That's right. Escape from Night, because I know nobody plays this game called Escape from Tarkov. I've never met anybody play that. It's going to be a noob's journey to Escape from Tarkov. 1, to help you learn it. 2, so you don't feel so bad when you see someone get completely wiped off the map, just like you do. It's going to be a lot of fun. I hope you enjoy as much as I'm going to. I will be continuing Minecraft. I will be continuing Isaac. I'm probably going to restart a lot of those series. I'm just going to end those playlists where they're at and start a brand new one kind of thing. Kind of compact claustrophobia, where the save got corrupted, so I had to end the entire series. I'm just toying around with restarting that. We'll see what happens. Either way, thank you for coming back. I promise we'll be getting plenty of Crappy Games with Stacy going on. I can't remember what the heck I called that series. Was it Crappy Games with Stacy? I think. I can't. I'll be perfectly honest. I can't remember. Yeah, good job bringing up that. Yeah, there you go, Stace. You know, now you're starting to understand kind of stuff I get into here, folks. Hold on. Oh, geez, Louise. What was the series called? I completely forgot what it was called. Yeah, it was just Let's Try It Out. I'm an idiot. I apologize. But I promise plenty of Let's Try It Out's coming back. That's an absolute promise. Yeah. Lots of stuff happening. It's going to be great. I promise. Stone Block, I will actually get restarted with that and get going with that. Don't Starve will be coming back. This will never be coming back. Well, at least not for now. Plenty of these series will be coming back, though. I love you guys. Thank you so much for sticking through with this with me. You all mean the world to me. Let's keep it sexy, huh?